Now, why are these people smiling about the $1.3 trillion spending package passed by the House today? Chuck Schumer, explain your joy.
This spending agreement brings the era of austerity to an unceremonious end. We Democrats are really happy with what we were able to accomplish on a number of priorities that Democrats have fought for all along.
Democrats are thrilled because they're about to secure runaway spending that was out of reach even under Obama. Discretionary spending is skyrocketing. No more budget caps for this gang. Meanwhile, Republicans are tripping all over themselves. Have you seen this? They're trying to justify this boondoggle. Now, I realize they're up against, as usual, government shutdown, but the largest military expenditure in 14 years and an explosion in discretionary spending is not going to pave the way to victory in November. And by the way, if you're going to increase military funding this much, how about even the pretense of trying to offset some of that with spending cuts? Once a fiscal hawk when he was in Congress, Budget Director Mick Mulvaney, he tried mightily today to sell this rotten piece of fish.
We've talked for the last, 3, 4, 5, 6 months about trying to get the president's priorities funded, and this omnibus bill does that. When we look at the bill, we have to weigh what we asked for and what we had to give away to give it. Is it perfect? No. Is it exactly what we asked for in the budget? No. Were we ever going to get that? No. That's not how the process works.
Oh, thanks for the tutorial. When the American people have given you both houses of Congress and the White House, it's what you all said you needed, it should be the way the process works, Director Mulvaney. The GOP just cannot get its act together. The most important thing the president promised, his #1 priority, was getting that border wall built. Did that get lost on the people in Congress? Did they not catch the hundreds of times he mentioned it and during the rallies? He asked Congress for $1.6 billion to build 74 miles of concrete wall. Well, this omnibus orgy of spending dedicates a puny $641 million to something called border reinforcements. But Speaker Paul Ryan says, don't worry about it.
We fund government 1 year at a time. That's how the budget process works. Sure. So we're going to fund the wall 1 year at a time, in this case, for the next 6 months. You need fences, you need cameras, you need electronic devices, you need these you need the aerial devices to be able to police it. In the mountainous areas, you can't build a wall over a mountain, so you need cameras and you need drones up there. So it's a border wall system. It's different kinds of wall based on different kinds of conditions on the ground, and that's what we fund.
Oh my gosh, that is just Washington speak. Sensors, extra fencing, sensors. What are they going to use? iPhones? Drones? This is not what the president promised. He vowed to build a wall. It is not complicated. And now we have the biggest spending bill in history, and it sets aside $640 million to supposedly fund wall construction for 1 year. My friends, I hate to say this, but as I see it right now, tonight, the wall's never going to happen. Because as we've dug into this and really looked into this, this bill doesn't fund the wall at all. In fact, the bill only pays for construction, I can't even believe I'm saying this, of see-through fencing that Congress actually authorized, I remember this, back in 2006. The omnibus bill that we're talking about tonight funds 33 miles of new barriers and replacement fencing for 59 miles. But understand this, there is no wall construction. All told, you, the taxpayer, will re-fence part of the border for a grand total of, wait for it, 92 miles. You know what that looks like? It looks like this, 92 miles. See that little white spot? We should have made it pink. That little white spot, look how big the border is. Why bother at all? Why don't we just put the big bienvenidos welcome mat at the border, because it doesn't matter. If the Republicans lose the midterms, the Democrats will never fund this thing and will be reliant on Paul Ryan's sensors and a few drones and replacement fencing to protect America. I will repeat, this is not what the American people voted for. And you know what really gets me? It's an embarrassment to the president. He knew how to win this election, and the Republicans, the swamp, want to take it away from him. Last week, he was at the border inspecting wall prototypes when he said this.
Look at the fence, and it's a very powerful fence, not doing the trick because they cut holes in it, and then they're patching holes all the time. I'm just looking, you have hundreds of holes cut in and patched. So the fence is not strong enough. It's not the right idea. But for those people, if you don't have a wall system, we're not going to have a country.
Okay, I agree with him. It can't be fences that are repaired intermittently with holes in them. See, if you don't have a wall, you don't have a country. Today there was a meeting of millennials at the White House. It was pretty cool. And it is great to hear their concerns on a variety of topics. But how about the concern that the government, in this type of omnibus spending bill, is mortgaging away their future? The money that's being spent and borrowed and printed. This is Congressman Dave Bratt.
Everyone's concerned about the kids, except they're not. We're putting all this on the kids' credit card. It's intergenerational theft of the first magnitude. It's immoral. It's unethical. And we have to make a change.
We are saddling the next generation with ever-growing debt. And for what? If we truly cared about the millennials, we would firstly keep them safe by immediately funding the border wall. Then we would find real cuts throughout the federal budget to offset these radical expenditures so they wouldn't be stuck with the bill long after that military hardware and that flimsy border fence we're buying have all rusted away. We can do better, we must do better, or Republicans do not deserve to be in the majority. And that's the angle.